Welcome back to the Blitz. We're now joined by the voice of the Byrd Yellow Jackets, Charlie Cavell. Charlie, thank you so much for coming in and staying up late with us tonight.
Thanks for having me.
Big win for the Jackets tonight.
Yeah, it was. Benton's a good football team despite their record. I've had some tough losses, including last week, but it's always tough to go up to Benton and win. And it was a hard-fought but good win for the Byrd Yellow Jackets. Anytime you win is good, but when you win on the road, it's even better.
Let's talk about that field goal. Asher Murray, 56-yard field goal, could have been 60. We talked about that. Talking about him, we talked about a story a little bit earlier.
Well, this is his first year as a starting kicker. Mm-hmm. His brother Abram, who is down
at Miami now, right?
University of Miami. Well, we all knew Asher had a big leg, and there's not a lot of times that you have an opportunity to kick a long field goal like that. Well, line up for a 56-yard field goal, and he absolutely drilled it. I mean, I knew it the second it hit off his foot. It was just a matter if it was going to go through the uprights, because there was no doubt about how much leg. I mean, you saw Dan's highlights. It was. And
you heard in Dan's highlights, as soon as he hit it, you hear somebody that's around him go, "That's good!" Yeah. The ball wasn't even halfway there yet.
And he tied a school record, a city record, and parish's record with that 56-yarder that was done by Byrd place kicker John Shaughnessy back in the 2008 playoffs against the Airline. And so I've been fortunate and blessed to have called both of those now, and it's awesome.
There was an injury over there late in the game. Malachi Ziegler went down with something that looked pretty serious. Ambulance came and got him. You have an update on that?
Yeah, I texted Reynolds Moore, their head coach, on the way here and asked him if whenever he got an update on Malachi to please let me know. And he did. And he said Malachi was up, alert, and joking around and laughing.
That's good to hear.
They were just waiting for the scans to come back in, and hopefully they'll be all negative and he'll be cleared. Unfortunately for me, as fortunate as I was to call those two field goals, the last time I was up at Benton Tiger Stadium, Byrd's quarterback, Lake Lambert, got knocked out and carted to the hospital. So, I'm not real anxious to go back up to Benton's Tiger Stadium. It's not been a great place for quarterbacks, but I'm just glad to see that Malachi Ziegler's appearing going to be okay.
Well, let's talk about Byrd's quarterback.
Harrison Ayers is a tough kid, isn't he?
I tell you what, every week it seems like, he runs that offense, and he does a great job running that offense, but he's starting to hit those deep balls.
Yeah.
3 straight weeks he's thrown a touchdown pass. He threw the game winner to Alex Schoonover against Huntington. Last week against Natchitoches Central, he and Alex hooked up on a 42-yarder, and the first touchdown tonight was a 41-yarder to Quentin Hilliard. And that's that added dimension. Everybody knows that Byrd's going to run the football. We're going to run the football. If we can be just effective in the passing game, we're not going to throw it 30 times a game. We may throw it 7, 8, 10 times, but if we can be effective enough in that passing game, that makes Byrd's offense very dangerous.
When Byrd's at its best in the time that I've been here, so now 11 football seasons, it's those years where your quarterback goes 4 of 6 for 150 yards and 3 touchdowns or something, crazy numbers like that.
Yeah.
Because you run the ball and run the ball and run the ball. You're always going to be at least a little bit effective running the ball.
Yeah.
But when you can add that dimension in.
Yeah, and you're right. We've, in the almost 30 years that I've been calling Byrd football, the teams that have been great and have made it to state championships have been those teams that had the ability to be effective and efficient throwing the football. That just opens up the rest of the running lanes for the ground attack.
When I talked with Harrison in the preseason, he mentioned that to me. He was like, you can expect to see a lot more of the passing game come from us. And we talked about the leadership that you guys all had this year. How does that, the guys that have been in the system, they've seen it growing, how is that adding to that depth and the experience?
Well, coming into this season, they had 32 seniors. And the way last year finished, they wanted to quickly
probably had a bad taste in their mouth.
Yes, get rid of that. And this group of seniors has done an outstanding job of leading this football team. So much so that, you know, when we've had injuries that have beset the team over the last 3 or 4 weeks, it's those younger guys that have stepped up, like a Colin Deere,
Right.
like a Peter Santiago, young guys like that, or an Abram Anderson that had to come in for Caden Abraham Miller, who unfortunately is lost for the year, and it just breaks my heart for that young man. But those young guys understand that, hey, these guys expect you to play at a certain level. You know, using an excuse that
Player
you're
accountability.
Yeah, that you're a sophomore or a junior. You know, it's
Same
that
standard
next
for everyone.
yeah, and that next guy up mentality, and expect not only to step in but to play at a high level.
Yeah.
Airline next week.
Huge game.
Captain Shreve the final week. The schedule
game.
does not let up for the Yellow Jackets. Coming up on the Blitz, we take you to Texarkana for this week's Landers Dodge Player of the Week. Stay with us.